On a cold, frosty morning in rural Pennsylvania, the air was thick with anticipation. The sun barely peeked over the horizon, casting long shadows over the frost-covered fields. A group of construction workers, bundled in layers against the biting chill, gathered around their machinery. Their task was clear: demolish the remnants of an old farm that had been abandoned for decades. But what they didn't know was that this day would change everything. Before we start, smash the like button and make sure to subscribe if you haven't, and hit that notification bell so that you won't miss any new stories. The foreman, a grizzled man named Hank, was the first to arrive. His breath formed clouds in the morning air as he surveyed the landscape. The farm was a ghost of its former self, with crumbling structures and overgrown weeds. Yet, there was something about this place that set his heart racing. Maybe it was the eerie silence that seemed to hang over the land, or perhaps it was the way the frost glistened like 1,000 tiny diamonds. Whatever it was, Hank couldn't shake the feeling that today was different. As the rest of the crew arrived, the machinery roared to life, breaking the silence with its mechanical growl. The workers moved with practiced efficiency, their boots crunching on the frozen ground. They started with the central farmhouse, a once proud building now reduced to a skeleton of rotting wood and rusted nails. It was a routine job, one they'd done countless times before. But as they moved to the derelict animal shed, something caught their attention. It was a hole, barely visible under years of tangled foliage. At first glance, it seemed like nothing more than an irregularity in the land, a sinkhole perhaps, or a burrow dug by some industrious animal. But as they cleared away the debris, a different story began to unfold. The hole was man-made, with irregular, meticulously carved steps leading down into the darkness. The discovery sent a ripple of excitement through the crew. Hank, ever cautious, was the first to voice what they were all thinking. "This ain't no ordinary hole," he said, his voice low and steady. "Someone made this long ago." The workers gathered around, their curiosity piqued. The mundane task of demolition was forgotten as they peered into the depths of the hole. It seemed to beckon them, whispering secrets from the past. Under the dim illumination of their mechanized lanterns, they began to explore. The air inside the hole was cool and damp, with persistent plumes of dust swirling around them. As they descended, the workers couldn't shake the feeling that they were stepping back in time. The deeper they went, the more they realized that this was no ordinary discovery. The shaft opened into a vast network of tunnels and chambers, stretching far beyond the boundaries of the farm. Hank's mind raced with possibilities. What was this place? Who had built it? And why? The tunnels were too extensive to be the work of a single person. As they ventured further, the truth began to dawn on them. This was part of something much larger, a complex system unknown to the locals. Word of the discovery spread quickly, drawing historians and archaeologists to the site. The small town buzzed with excitement, its unassuming identity transformed overnight. The tunnels were believed to be part of the Underground Railroad, an intricate network of hidden routes and safe houses used by enslaved African Americans seeking freedom in the 1800s. The realization hit the workers like a tidal wave. They stood in awe of the bravery and resilience of those who had risked everything for freedom right beneath their feet. The abandoned farm, once considered an eyesore, was now a symbol of hope and courage. As the investigations continued, the workers couldn't help but feel a deep sense of respect for the souls who had passed through these tunnels. Each time their machinery roared to life, they paused for a moment, filled with admiration for the forgotten heroes of history. Hank, in particular, found himself reflecting on the discovery long after the workday ended. He'd spent his life tearing things down, but this was different. This was a chance to build something new, to honor the past and preserve its legacy for future generations. The farm, once a desolate reminder of a bygone era, was now a central figure in a story of hope and bravery. The discovery of the passageways not only unfolded a narrative of a difficult chapter in human history, it also began to rewrite the identity of the small town. As the sun set over the frosty fields, the workers gathered one last time to gaze into the depths of the tunnels. The air was thick with the weight of history, and they felt a profound connection to the past. They knew that this discovery would change everything, not just for them, but for the entire community. In the days that followed, the town rallied around the site, eager to learn more about its hidden history. The tunnels became a place of pilgrimage, drawing visitors from far and wide. And as the workers continued their task, they did so with a renewed sense of purpose. For Hank and his crew, the discovery was more than just a job. It was a reminder of the power of courage and the enduring spirit of those who had come before. And as they stood on the brink of history, they knew that this was only the beginning of a new chapter in their town story.